Why is it that sometimes while I play my missing operators project, my program just crashes if I make a mistake on question number 2? Now, notice here, I had a question 12-32-52 is minus 72. I have given some input which has made my program crash. Now, I will try to understand why this is happening. You might notice that such a thing never happens in question number 1, but it can happen in question number 2 indeed. It can also happen on questions in case you're building longer questions with more operators. Such errors can happen there. Why is it this is happening? Let's try to understand this and also a simple enhancement to fix this. In fact, the reason for this is very simple. The error we are getting is string out of range. I mean, string index out of range. So basically what's happening is I was expecting two characters in my answer. That's because there were two operators here and I wanted to make sure both of them are matching, which is a reasonable thing to do. But what happens if I, let's say, give an answer which does not have those two? So first one is okay. So I say, for example, plus. Now let's say I just give, let's say, I don't give any operator, but I just give this. I get string index out of range. The reason is because my answer is now an empty string. And clearly, if I do this answer 0, there's nothing in there. So I see answer 0, answer 1, both are not defined. And that's why I run into the error when I try to check for answer 0 equals to op list op1. Now, how do I fix this? Well, the way is very simple, because notice that in this case, I expect the answer to be at least 2 characters. So I just say, okay, look, if answer length is greater than equal to 2, so I don't need this bracket over here. If length of answer is, say, greater than equal to 2, so at least 2 characters is what I'm looking for. I must have a colon over here. I just go and indent this whole thing completely, right? So basically, I just put this whole thing inside, let's say, if then else, and else, which means that if the answer doesn't have at least 2 characters, then I just put print terrible, so that, because I know that's a wrong answer, but I don't have to crash here, right? So the moment I do this, in fact, my code is more robust, as we can see. So I come in here, I say 12, 32, let's say I answer, say, plus for this. Now I go and answer nothing there, but still my program did not crash. It just said terrible, which is a more graceful way to exit this. Now, why does this never happen on, let's say, the first question? Well, because the first question is very simple. I'm just expecting one operator. No matter what I answer, even if I leave it empty, I'm just going to check for, so yeah, I'm just going to check for this condition. No matter what I answer, this condition will always work, because even if it's empty, this condition can be true or false. So I'm not indexing anything. That's why there's never an error. But let's say you do build a long question, you go through those videos to build, let's say, a long question, in which case I have to worry about this problem again. And I'll do this in very similar manner, so I've discussed this, how this loop works. But once again, if my question is long, then I'm just going to check the same thing, that if my, say, length of, say, answer is, is, let's say, greater than or equal to n numbers minus 1, which means that's a number of operators I was expecting. If that is the case, then I go and check all of this as it was happening here. So I just move all of this indented inside. On the other hand, if that condition doesn't hold, I just say, well, print, let's say, nope. So I just do the same thing, print nope, incorrect. And in fact, I don't need to, I don't need to break anymore, because so it just says nope, incorrect. So notice, if the number of answers is sufficiently large, if the length of answer is sufficiently large, then it checks for the rightness and all that. If it's not, then it just declares incorrect and doesn't crash. So now notice here, even if I run my program, let's say I say 12, 32, first question I answer plus, next question don't answer anything, it did not crash. It asked me the next question, I didn't answer anything again, it did not crash, it just, told me incorrect and got out of this. This simple enhancement makes your project a lot more robust. If you like this way of learning through activities, by building fun activities, enhancing them, look at our website www.ybyte.in, because we have tons of such ideas. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.